Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're listening to the podcast Capturing Magic. I'm Bill Rogers, the voice of Disney. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic. I am Steph Clay and I'm here today with Tanya Hickman, who can be found at everymagicmoment.com. Hey Tanya.
Hello.
And Heather Winfield, who can be found at heatherw.com/character. Hi Heather.
Hi.
Okay, today we are talking about food photo tips.
Yay.
And dining photo tips, kind of. Because I don't know a Disney trip where food wasn't a big part of my memories.
You have other memories besides food?
Can I hear an amen? So that's what we are going to be talking today. And we each have brought a few tips, and they're all in different categories a little bit. So that'll be good. We'll have everything covered from taking photos of your food to getting great photos when you're in dining locations. These are going to be general, not location-specific kind of tips, and then we will be following up with a couple of shows that are more location-specific.
Okay.
All right. Tanya, let's hear your tips.
I know Heather and I share some of these tips, so we'll elaborate on both of them. But lighting. Lighting is always very important.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the only reasons I will volunteer to sit outside is to be able to get good photos of my food. Because there's some restaurants, like I'm going to use Carthay Circle as an example, one of our favorite restaurants, but it is like pitch black inside that restaurant at nighttime.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get photos, and you don't really want to use flash on your photos because it's, first of all, it's dark and you're going to blind everybody. And
well, also, it looks
they just don't turn out.
It'll look awful.
Well.
Flash photos rarely turn out.
Yeah, so if you don't have good lighting and you have a buddy there with you, or you're using a normal camera, I always try to use like the flashlight from my phone as
good idea.
A lighting. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's bright and annoying to the people sitting around you too, but make it fast. Just make it fast. Like, it's either annoy the people or don't get the photo of the food, and I'd rather annoy the people. So
have
lighting.
In that restaurant, have you ever been able to sit outside?
Yeah,
Oh,
we did
cool.
one time. And we went. Me and Heather took my mom and my aunt because her mom wasn't there. It's for Mother's Day. We went and we sat outside, and we got good photos that time because it was Mother's Day, so it was still light outside when we went to eat.
That's great.
Yeah. So one time we've gotten to sit out there.
Okay.
Yeah, natural lighting is always best.
Yeah, natural lighting is always best.
And I put that in mine as well. And so one of my tips is that if there is natural lighting in the location, ask to be seated by a window.
Yeah.
And then put your back to the window, and then everyone else's faces toward the window if you can, or at least if you're there with.
Wait, you're taking pictures of people? We went for the food.
Heather will want to put her mom's back to the window, and she'll want to have her face to the window so that it's well lit for all of her pictures that her mom
Now that
will
I think about it, we've never done pictures. We don't do that many pictures of us actually holding the food or anything.
Yeah.
No.
Probably.
No, I'm thinking more character meals.
Yeah, no, character meals, we'll get into that. Yeah. But yeah. That one's especially like Goofy's Kitchen at Disneyland. Like, if you can get in there when it's light outside and get a seat by the window, that's ideal because seats not by the window, the lighting's a little wonky in there.
Yeah. I haven't ever been there. Okay, go ahead.
Wait, what?
I know I haven't ever been to Goofy's Kitchen. Isn't that crazy?
How? How is that even possible?
We have to take her next time.
Yeah, we'll do that.
The food's really good there.
Is it?
Yeah, no, that's like one of my favorite restaurants. The food, food-wise, I love the food at Goofy's Kitchen.
Okay, well, I'll have to do it on one of my next trips then. I just have not been a big fan of character dining at Disneyland.
Oh, that's the only one I like doing.
Okay.
I like the plaza and breakfast.
Yeah, but that's breakfast. Like, I have a hard
Yeah, but most of the food, most of the character meals out there are breakfast.
Yeah, no, that's very
true.
That's
true. Yeah, it hasn't been, even when I went this last time, we did Ariel's
The food sucks at Ariel's Grotto.
Yeah.
And it's
Sorry.
not. The
good.
food actually, I didn't think was bad. I didn't think it was bad, but my experience with the characters, it was the most rushed thing I have ever. Like, they hardly even said hello. It was awful.
Ooh, that's surprising because we had great interaction when they were there.
Yeah.
I've only done character meals twice at Disneyland, and that's my experience both times, and so it makes me think that it's a thing.
Oh no, Goofy! I've never had a problem. Just last time we went to Goofy's Kitchen, they spent plenty of time with us.
Yeah, I mean, normally the character part of it is much better at Disneyland than Disney World. Disney World is very go, go, go. Yeah, except with these Minnie's Dine-In, seasonal ones they've had. I've had really good luck with that one. But most of the other ones is just like, okay, go, and move.
I feel like I rush the characters more than they rush me. I'm like, go, go, go. I'm still eating. Go. I feel like I rush them to get a photo taken fast so I can sit back down and continue eating.
Yeah.
That's because you care about the food. I'm there for the characters. I'm like, I'm not eating.
Heather doesn't let you eat. Heather takes like 4 bites of food and that's it the whole time she's there.
So when we did Cinderella's table at Disney World, I did that with my daughters, and that's all princesses. And I would say that the princesses there spent probably 2 to 3 times the amount of time as the ones in Disneyland when we did Ariel's.
I feel like, and this is another reason, like meeting actual like face characters like the princesses is uncomfortable for me. I don't know why. Like, I just don't. I feel like I don't have anything to talk about. Like, I know I can come up with something, and so that for me makes it feel like they're rushing because they can see how awkward I am. I'm just like, hey girl, how's it going? Like, I am much better with like
the non-face characters.
Because you got to figure stuff out. You can play around with them. The princesses, I feel like they're judging me. Like, so I don't.
She was so happy that like I didn't drag her to the princess room this time.
Oh my god.
Funny. We should do another full show on character dining, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead with your tips, please.
Food. I call it food placement.
She's stealing all my tips.
I know. It's hard to come up with like separate tips, but it depends on what your food placement. I'm talking about like the food on the plate.
Okay.
Like, because sometimes, like, let's say my fried chicken from Plaza Inn, which I've taken quite a few photos of the last couple trips because I've had it like 5 times. If my chicken is covering my mashed potatoes and gravy, I'm going to move it to make the photo look better so you can see the mashed potatoes and gravy. Like, I want to see everything that's on the plate because trust me, I'm looking at your guys' food photos. I love food photos and I want to see what's on that plate. So if I can't see how good those mashed potatoes and gravy look, then you didn't do the photo right. Just saying. So food placement that way. Or if you have multiple items, like, do you want to take a picture of each item separately? Like my fried chicken here, and then I got a salad, or do you want them in one photo together and you have to try to figure out how to work them into a photo together, like stuff like that.
Okay. Good tip. I bet you lick the mashed potatoes and gravy off your chicken too. If it's like you move it and there's a little bit on there, left on there, do you lick it off?
I will not admit to that. I will also not admit to licking my plate clean.
That fried chicken, I don't even like chicken at all.
I don't either. I actually despise fried chicken. Like, besides like chicken tenders, like bone-in fried chicken, like gross. I don't like. I never eat it. Ever.
I know. I don't eat chicken ever. Period. Not even even with the bone out of it and skin off of it. But that fried chicken is so good. Is
amazing.
Yeah.
It kind of, I feel bad because I'll go to like, if I go to, I don't know what's up here, Popeyes. Like, I'll go to Popeyes for fried chicken, and I won't actually get fried chicken there because I don't want it to taste not as good as the Disneyland one, and then ruin the Disneyland one for me. So I won't even eat fried chicken anywhere else. Like, I will only eat it at Disneyland.
Funny. Okay, moving on down the list.
Heather, you go. I only have those 2.
Okay. Thanks, Tanya. They were such great tips.
Place your food right and make sure it's lit.
Oh, and I'm talking about like food placement. I'm thinking like what's behind it, so like setting the scene. So it's not like you want to make sure there's no wrappers or other utensils or other food that you or people that you don't want.
My gosh, I have so many
in the
photos
picture
of Heather in the background taking photos of her food.
So funny.
So you want to make sure like the background looks good. Like you can, one thing I like to do is put like the menu behind it, so it works that it's blocking other stuff, but it's also then you have the menu there. Yeah, and just depending on where you are, like Disneyland, it seems to be you're outside more often. Like I've had at the Hungry Bear, like you can eat and then you have like there's different ships going by, so you could have that like in your background or even just a water background. So just make sure it looks pleasing rather than just, okay, like here's my picture of my food and it could be anywhere versus this is my picture of the food in the Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
Here's the castle in the background of my food.
So I actually did a post about it on the blog. So we'll put a link to that because I have like a billion food pictures of all that kind of stuff. But like at Jolly Holiday Bakery, so like you have the penguin, windows or just really anything there. But any kind of thing that you could have in the background, and like when you're at the World Showcase and you could have the lagoon or you could have the country, or like when you go to Food and Wine and you have the booth, like any of that kind of stuff, to just make sure you have something interesting in the background.
Set the scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Is that your only tip?
Well, you can have my photo too, like we were saying. I'm here. I am holding my fried chicken. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold your
my other tips
up.
were about the lighting and no flash.
So one of a couple of my tips, they're similar to yours but a little bit different on the background. Because I'm a mom and I've got little kids, and so oftentimes I'm trying to get good photos of them when we're at these places. And
people?
I know, right? Isn't that crazy on a Disney trip? Who would have thought? And so my tip is to check the background behind your people and make sure that, because you can often maneuver in such a way that you don't have dirty dishes behind you and you also don't have strangers behind you.
Yeah.
I will oftentimes make my kids step out and I'll move the character around, and the characters will often say, "Oh, we're going this direction, huh?" I'm like, "Yes, we are."
That's always my biggest problem, is that like I know one way, but then I hate to like say, "Can you move over here?" So a lot of times I do that, and then of course afterwards I'm like, "Why didn't I just have them against this?" So I wish you could kind of request, like sometimes I'll sit somewhere and I'll say, "Oh, this is perfect," because like there's a blank wall here, and but it's very rare to have that kind of thing. It's always somebody's like arm or.
I don't have a problem moving at all because I don't want Jim Bob in my background of every single picture with my kids. And so it's really, really okay for me in my mind to move them a little bit. Sometimes it's hard though, in some of the places because it's just crowded and it's really hard to get something. But a lot of times I've found that if I can at least maneuver myself so that I'm at a lower angle or something like that, then it's easier to not have people back there.
2 times Heather and I have gone to Goofy's Kitchen and gotten the exact same table.
Yeah.
And it is like a 0 lighted table.
Oh.
Like in a corner. Like not even like a good corner. In a corner where there's another table on the other side of you and the actual buffet is on the other side of that. So there's no like blank wall or like you're shoved in a corner. It's the weirdest little table. But both times, so like when we take our photos with characters, when they come up to us, we kind of have to stand like in the middle of the aisle.
Yes, there's always people behind you walking with the food, the server, and like you try to wait, and it's like, okay, wait for that person to, and then by the time you take the picture, and someone else walks them by.
Yeah, that one is definitely a little difficult. But yeah, if you can request like a window seat, that's probably, well, even that at Goofy's Kitchen isn't your best bet, depending on the time of year, because it can already be dark outside by the time you go.
Yeah.
So maybe do Goofy's Kitchen breakfast. Because then it'll be a light outside.
Right. I have requested at different character meals to have tables by windows. When we did Cinderella's royal table, what I asked for was a table where we could get some good natural lighting. And they did that. We were actually, but we were across from the windows. We weren't sitting next to the windows because it's really hard to get a window seat in there. But we were across in an area that did have some really good natural light.
That's
and
good.
It turned out great. Yeah, because there's some dark spots in that restaurant too. There's some really light and bright ones, and then some really dark ones as well. But okay,
I need to eat there again. I haven't eaten there since like 2009.
You do need to eat there again. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. One of my other tips is taking photos in the waiting area. Usually those are good places, especially at Disney World, not necessarily as much at Disneyland, to pause for a minute and do some photos in wherever you're waiting for them to call your name.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Oh, wait, I have another one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Menu photos. Take a picture of the menu, because when you post your food photo later and you don't remember what the food is, you'll have the menu.
That's a really good idea. Actually, and that's one that even for documenting the trip, I love to be able to go back and look and see how prices have changed.
Yeah, and what was on it, because I mean, some again, I always refer back to Carthay Circle because I love it so much. They have a seasonal menu.
They do.
So it changes throughout the year. And
yeah, what do you do with all your food photos? Do you guys do anything with them?
Most of them go to social media. I've scrapped pages about food.
I've noticed I haven't been posting, because I was actually going through my pictures on Instagram to get ideas for before the show, and I noticed I haven't been posting a lot of food pictures, even though I take them all. I need to go back and post this, because most of the ones I've been posting are like at the French ice cream at Epcot. They have this ice cream macaroon sandwich, which is the flavor changes with the season, but it's like the best thing ever. And that's like mostly what I've been posting food wise, like that and Trader Sam's. So I need to go. That needs to be like my New Year's resolution. I have to post more of my food pictures.
Yeah, I usually make little collages with the food. I mean, because I don't think somebody wants to see my entree, then my drink, then my salad. Like so I do collages and post those. I'm trying to think of what else I would do with them. I mean, save them for posterity? I don't know.
I was just thinking, wouldn't it be fun to do a chapbook?
I thought about that. I was like, yeah. I did actually think about that recently. I'm like, I could probably do a whole photo book on just the food, but it'd be like 5 straight pages of fried chicken. So I don't know.
She's not kidding. We went, what was that, September, right?
Yeah.
And it was like the first time you'd gotten it in a while.
Yeah, it was the first time. No, it was the first time I'd ever had it.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. First time I'd ever had it. I don't even know what made me get it. Like, they were making fun of me because I never eat chicken.
Yeah. That's like both of you. Like, I don't like chicken. That's always like a thing too with my mom. Like, I'm not eating chicken, and I like that chicken. So even I had that chicken, and then like we went like 3 times to get the chicken. That was like in the middle of the trip.
Yeah, we went one day. We went the next day. I went back with my family after Heather left. Like, they're like 3 times in a week.
That's funny. I thought you had it because when we were there that one time for my birthday, and you and Chris came and met us.
Yeah.
My husband and I for a few minutes, and I had said something about the fried chicken, and Chris was like, "What? There's fried chicken here? How come you never told me there's fried chicken?"
Yeah, that's why he didn't know there was fried chicken, because I wouldn't eat the fried chicken, so I didn't let him even know that there was fried chicken, because he loves fried chicken. So now that I'm eating it, he's like super irritated that I'd never let him eat it, because now I eat it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all of my tips. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I saw Katie Scrapbook Lady, who is a writer for Capturing Magic. She did a collage page for, I think it was a trip maybe that she had gone on, and she just did a collage and put all of the food photos on one big page. I thought it looked really good, and I thought that was a really good idea. Just 20 little photos of all of your food. I liked that idea too.
Yeah, I like that. I like food. I like food.
Yeah, okay. So now we're all hungry, and that's a wrap for the show. Yeah. We'll follow up with specific ideas on specific locations within Disney World and Disneyland on the next 2 episodes, so be sure to tune in for those. Tanya, remind everyone where they can find you.
You can find me at everymagicmoment.com and Tanya H666 on all social media.
And Heather?
My character site is heatherw.com/character, and I'm heatherw25 on most social media and on Facebook. I love characters.
Okay, and I think I need to mention really quick, let me look at the calendar. Yeah, we'll be taking a little bit of a break for Christmas and New Year's. There will be a new show up on New Year's Eve, but we'll take the week of Christmas Eve and then the following week off. So look for a new show on the 31st. And then you can find us at Capturing Magic _ on social media, or at least on Instagram, I guess. And you can also find me at Modern Photo Solutions. There's another podcast over there and a free class all about Google Photos that I think everybody should take. So check that out over there as well. Thank you, and we will see you next time on Capturing Magic.